Before we get into this, I want to know. We got several people watching YouTube, several people watching on Facebook. What is y'all just give us a record prediction in Missouri this year? Look at the schedule. It's kind of a cupcake schedule. Like they were complaining about Georgia's schedule last year, and then come on. I see nothing different. I see nothing different from Georgia's schedule last year. All right, just putting it honest. They do have Alabama at Alabama. Ooh, just look at Missouri's schedule. What do you think a fair record prediction is? Do I have to go first or you? I can't remember.
I'll go first on this one.
Bet. All right, sounds good. We'll get some comments here in a second, hopefully.
Yeah. So Missouri, of course, you start the year off against Murray State. And before I go through this, Missouri returns a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball. And that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why there's so much hype around Missouri this year, along with the lighter schedule.
I will say this: Cody Schrader kind of carried that team. He's no longer there. He's going to fill his shoes.
That's very true. And then there's a little bit of question marks on the defensive side of the ball. Defensive coordinator went to LSU. They lost a lot of talent to the draft on the defensive side of the ball. So it could be some.
We're going to see how good we're going to see how good of a coach Eli is by replacing those pieces. Did he make the right moves? Did he not? How does he, continue to grow even with the turmoil at the coaching positions? We'll see.
Yeah, and I will say this too. I give him a lot more credit now than I did a couple years ago.
Because he stands on business, or
no?
My God! I said it, and then look who comments and says the same thing. What is? I'm not even going to read it.
Skeeter, we do appreciate you joining in. So.
I literally said, "All right, dude." Justin Williams. Hey, this is more like it right here. Look at that. I mean, that's just hate, bro. Like, come on. Like, that is just straight hate. 0-12. Come on, dude. Oh wait, he is a Texas fan, so that makes sense.
Yeah, there we go.
We got okay. Yep. See, here are the comments. We're rolling in now. Voss Time says I could see Mizzou losing 3 games. I think that's fair. I could see that actually. I think maybe a little bit more. Tennessee Football 247 said 12-0 is crazy. He knows that. He's just standing on business. That's all it is. Yeah. All right.
But getting into it, Murray's. This is a very easy start to the schedule as you get Murray State.
I mean, I don't know. I think they're like top 131 in the country.
Something like that. Buffalo, that's a win. Boston College, probably one of the easiest Power 4, I guess you would say.
Are they ACC?
You can play. They are. They're ACC. Although, Skeeter, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't y'all lose to Boston College a few years ago? Like I said, I could be wrong on that, but
I don't remember that
this year.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Boston College has Florida State colors, right?
Yeah, very similar to.
Very similar. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt, man, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
they do get them at home though.
That's a win. Texas A&M, and this is at Texas A&M. Could be difficult, but the thing that I like about this game for Missouri, you get a bye week before you play at Texas A&M. I think that's going to help them a lot, and I think that's one of the reasons that Missouri gets a win here.
I don't know what this is implying to, but in 21 in their house. Is he talking Vandy or?
No, he's talking about Boston College.
Yes. All right, thank you. Yes. So they did lose.
Yeah, they lost
in 2021. In 2021 in their house. All right, yeah. So I love how he's trying to justify it. Like, well, I mean, it was at their place. That makes sense, 100%.
Yeah. UMass, and we've talked about this before. At UMass, what are we doing?
What are we
doing here?
It's like Alabama going to USF.
Yeah, but get a win there. Auburn.
I think this is actually win. I think that's a test. I think that may be their other than A&M, I think that may be their first big test. I think Auburn's going to be a solid team this year.
But, Missouri does get them at home this year.
They do.
That definitely helps. That's why I think there's a win there.
Their October stretch kind of sucks. 3 out of the 4 games is on the road. That's not really fun.
Yeah, and you finish your last one up at Alabama. That's a difficult stretch right there. And at the end of that stretch, I think that's where Missouri drops their first game of the season. I think it'll be close, though. but I do think that's where Missouri drops their first one. You get a bye week before playing against Oklahoma at home. That's going to help out a lot. Coming off the Alabama game, you need that bye week. You get Oklahoma at home afterwards. You get a win there. You face off against South Carolina at South Carolina for the Governor's Cup. You get a win there. At Mississippi State. It's going to be cold at this point in Starkville. You got the cowbells and all that.
Stop acting like you don't pick them.
No, I do feel like at this point in the schedule, we've already gone through Mississippi State, and they've got a difficult schedule. They're going to be beaten up. They're going to be bruised at this point. I do think that Missouri gets a win here. I don't think it's a blowout, though. And then you finish off against Arkansas. This one will be a blowout. Sam Pittman's going to be gone at this point. You're going to have
11-1.
You're going to have Bobby Petrino as your interim head coach at this point, but it's not going to matter. Don't play enough ranked teams.
Just like Texas. Yeah. And then Volstime says South Carolina will be Mizzou upset. See, I was going to say something along the lines of that because, oh, God, I don't want to talk to Skeeter right now. Hang on, because his head went like super, like way up here so quick. Like I ain't never seen a comment. All right. A team like Mississippi State kind of intrigues me because we've already talked about their fast offense. Josh Heupel was able to kind of pull off an upset here and there with that offense. Do you think they could slip up to a team like that on the road 2 weeks in a row to an offense like that? I'm not sure about Missouri's defense. I'll just be honest. I haven't really done a lot of research on them, but could they slip up, have a bad night? Kind of like a night I don't want to bring up, but like we did to South Carolina last year or year before last.
Yeah, year before last. I think if it was earlier in the schedule, absolutely, I could see that.
Okay.
I just think at this point in the season with Mississippi State, I think that they're going to be worn down from a lot of those tough games that they have. So that's why I think that Missouri should win regardless in that one. I will answer this one as honestly as I can.
No.
I don't know because all right.
There's going to be a lot of 11-1 teams. I think there could be like literally three or four 11-1, 12-0.
I was going to say, real question here: do we know what the tiebreakers are yet, or have they come out with that?
I don't know, because not every team plays each other, right? So like you could have several 11-1s that never played each other. So how would you have a tiebreaker?
Exactly, but there's got to be some sort of tiebreaker. Let's just say you've got. We'll go 4 teams that are 11-1 in the SEC at the end of the season. I mean, obviously you're going to look at head-to-head first, but then from there, where do you go to find out who makes it to it?
But see, to give you an example and to make sure y'all guys know that we're not making this up, it has to be 3 teams that don't play each other that get the same record. So just by this alone, 3 teams that come to my mind, and I'm not even 3 good teams that come to mind: Georgia, Missouri, and dude, it was right there. Hold up. Ole Miss. They don't play Ole Miss. They don't play Georgia. They don't play Missouri. There's another one. Texas. There's 4 really good teams that don't play each other. No, wait.
Georgia and Texas play, and Georgia, Ole Miss play.
Yeah, I just messed that up. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Missouri doesn't play neither one of those teams. So they could absolutely tie one of those teams, and there is no tiebreaker that I know of, at least. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, so I mean, at what point would you decide who makes it? So I mean that's where we need to find out what the tiebreaker rules are, and it might seriously be a coin flip at that. That
would suck. Yeah, that would suck so bad.
But all right, here's
okay. Hang on. So like basketball does the whole like RPI thing for seeding, right?
Yeah.
Should it not be like a strength of schedule thing?
Maybe, yeah. But also, and this is kind of off topic a little bit, but still talking about SEC championship. Skeeter and I had this discussion one day. Do you want to play in the SEC championship now with the college playoff on the line? Because thank you.
Okay,
that's where I'm
at. But also yes, because now with the expanded playoff, if you make the SEC championship, you're in, regardless.
Are you
the top 2 teams of the conference is going in? You can't deny that.
Are you?
Yes, you are. 100%.
All right.
Because
scenario.
it's no longer divisionals. And Skeeter, I'll get to your comment in a minute. You're no longer talking divisionals, so you're not going to have that 2023 LSU 9-3 winning the SEC West, losing the game, being 9-4 at this point. You're not going to have that. Your only two teams that are going to be in the SEC championship are going to be 12-0, 11-1, maybe. I don't even think a 10-2 makes the SEC championship. So
I think in certain years that a 10-2 team will.
I don't think so.
This year, no, but in certain years, I think you can have a 10-2.
I mean, of course, it's going to happen at some point. But like, I'm just saying, right now, it's too deep. There's no way a 10-2. Yeah. It's probably going to happen this year. Now that I said that, but anyways, Woodswater Mizzou says the defense will be better. He's saying that because obviously he's a Missouri. Baker had letdowns with the game planning. Look at our stats versus LSU and versus Florida last year. Yeah, 100%. I mean, every team has a bad game. Like, let's be honest here. But Ball's time kind of repeated what I said. Strength of schedule probably then comes into play. Right now, that's what I have to think it will be. But
yeah, I think y'all are right on that. So, real quick before we get to your predictions on there, my ceiling and floor.
Yes, sir.
Ceiling? No
shot.
12
no shot. You knew your bull crap. No shot. No
ceiling
shot.
Is 12.
You were sucking Skeeter's 7 toes, bro. Like, there is no shot, dude. There is no shot. I can't be more serious than I am right now.
It is highly unlikely, very highly unlikely. But if things go completely wrong for Alabama under Kalen DeBoer in Tuscaloosa,
then they'll lose to Oklahoma. Like, there's no way they're going 12-0. I'm just saying. Look. Maybe not. You might be right. Whatever.
Yeah. Hey, just remember, you're the guy that put Ole Miss going 12-0 this year.
That's way more believable. That is way more believable. It's Lane Kiffin, dog. He sold his soul for this. Eli didn't like buy no bag or anything. Whatever. You know, it's fine.
Yeah. No, ceiling 12-0 for Missouri. The floor this year, I have a hard time believing that you can go any worse than 9-3 with this schedule. Okay. You lose at Texas.
Oh gosh, I love this chat box. It's so good today. I love it. But go ahead, finish your thought.
I've got the floor is 9-3 for this team. I think you lose at Texas A&M, you lose at Alabama, and then I do think that Oklahoma can come in and get a win, depending on where Oklahoma is at this point in the season. But 9-3 is your floor, 12-0 is your ceiling. So
wipe it off, dude. We appreciate everybody tuning in, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. YouTube's busting right now with the chat box. It's crazy. We appreciate all you guys being in here. Even Skeeter, because he loves to hear us gloat about his team. So we're going to keep it going. Justin said that is more believable. I'm going to give y'all something believable. All right. And that's Murray State's going to be a lousy win. That's going to be a win for Missouri. Same thing with Buffalo. Boston College, I agree, all the way through Vanderbilt, 100%. At Texas A&M, 12th man. Does Texas A&M start hot? What does that do for that program? Not enough to beat Missouri. So that's another win for Missouri. UMass, at UMass, yes, we've talked about that quite often. I do think that's a win for Missouri. I'm going to be kind of quick with this. Auburn, I could absolutely see them dropping this game. Not a hater, because I'm picking them to win. But I'm just saying, like, when I do my floor and ceiling, 100% I'm counting Auburn loss when I do my floor.
You're also very high on Auburn this year. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that.
Yes, I am. I've been openly high on Auburn, yes.
Yeah, I like Hugh Freeze and everything. I've just got an issue with Peyton Thorne, and that's why that's where I keep bringing Auburn down some.
Even the Missouri guy is on board with me when I say – Auburn is a team you got to look out for. I mean, I feel like Auburn's that snake in the grass, dude. Like, just saying, Auburn is going to be a threat. Let's see. I think they win the game, though. I do have them winning the game. At Alabama, I'm kind of with you. I don't see them going to Bryant-Denny pulling out the win, but I don't think that's going to hurt them in their goals. Like, I think they could absolutely still achieve everything they want to.
I completely agree.
Even after the bye week, they get Oklahoma at home. I don't think they do it. I think Oklahoma pulls it out. Skeeter's going to be pissed. Don't care. This is just how I feel, man. Look, I I think this is the game that they lose that maybe they shouldn't have, but I also think Oklahoma's not going to be that bad of a team. Look, they went 10-2 last year in the Big 12. They lost to Oklahoma State kind of in wild fashion, which kind of kept them from repeating or rematching Texas. They're not – I don't think they're as far behind as a lot of people are making them out to seem just because Texas is so hyped going into this year, and it's like everybody's kind of forgotten about Oklahoma. Oklahoma's still going to make some noise, guys. Like, they're not going to be a pushover by any stretch of the means. I think if I had to compare them to a team, I think they're a lot like LSU. I think Oklahoma and LSU are kind of on par. Like, if things line up, they can make some noise, but I don't see LSU winning a ton, especially this year, without Jaden Daniels. Alex just commented, said, are you going to call STJ an idiot to his face? STJ. Is that a coach? Lost me on that one, brother. But I do think they get back on their winning ways at South Carolina. I'm not expecting a lot of things out of Shane Beamer's group this year whatsoever. I do know that they have a very talented quarterback. I think he's very young. He may be a freshman, maybe a true freshman. I can't think of his name right now off the top of my mind.
Lenore Sellers.
Thank you. Losing Juice Wells, though, to the portal. Losing Xavier Legette to the draft.
You do bring in Rocket Sanders at running back if he can stay healthy.
That was his problem, though, man. How many games did he actually play last year? Like, what, 4 or 5?
Maybe.
Couldn't stay healthy. So that is something to kind of look out for. At Mississippi State, back-to-back road games again for this Missouri team, man. Back-to-back. They got 2 back-to-back road trips this season. But I think they do get the win at Mississippi State, and I do think they wrap it up with a win at Arkansas, and I have the Tigers going 10-2. I may have the losses in the wrong spots, but I feel pretty comfortable giving the Tigers a 10-2 season, even with a favorable schedule. My ceiling, 11-1. No shot I'm giving them 12-0. I don't think they beat A&M, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Auburn. That's a decent stretch of games. I'll give them that, but they're all spread out a little bit. Except October. October's their toughest month. I got to be honest. Other than the UMass kind of slotted there right in the middle, if they get through October, I mean, especially if they get through undefeated, like they might be set up for an undefeated season for sure. But I don't see it.
I love this comment from Justin because, you also lost your offensive coordinator in Jeff Lebby. How is that offense going to look this year? You've got a freshman quarterback in Jack. Well, I guess he's technically a sophomore, maybe a redshirt freshman in Jackson Arnold this year. You've got a inexperienced offensive line as far as experience on the roster. Brought in a lot of transfers, but we don't know how they're going to gel. So I completely agree with Justin here. That's what worries me for Oklahoma. And then Skeeter.
Yeah, but he says Oklahoma's too young, going to have to learn really quick. 4 brand new offensive linemen and starting quarterback. Brother, you're not playing them in week 3. You're playing them in November. Like, they're going to have those kinks figured out. Now, are they going to have the depth? Well, don't know. If they stay healthy, we don't know that. But that's the mentality that everybody has about Oklahoma. But I'm just sick and tired of people thinking that because somebody's a freshman, they're not going to be good. It's almost like they forget about Johnny Manziel or – all right, maybe they have a point. Either way, look, I'm just saying, Tua Tagovailoa, hear me out. I'm joking. I can't think of a lot. But, I mean, just because they're young doesn't necessarily mean they ain't talented. They may make mistakes, but how high is their ceiling? I don't know. Look, call me a hater. 10-2 for Missouri. I never thought I'd actually predict them going that high in this little stint under Eli Drinkwitz. But here I am. And they might outperform me. I don't know. But 10-2 I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Ceiling, 11-1. Floor, 9-3.
So your 3 losses, you've got Alabama, Oklahoma, and Auburn?
100%.
For that? Okay.
I'm going to say Auburn. And even though I predicted it in my actual schedule, but I'm going to say A&M or Oklahoma.